Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at a Franklin Christoph pen, and it is the second Franklin Christoph that I own, and specifically it is this Goulet pen's exclusive Cosmic Dust, and just look how gorgeous that is. Anyway, let's go to a close-up shot of this pen, look at the details, and do a writing sample. Alright, let's switch a shot. Alright, here we are with the Goulet exclusive Franklin Christoph pen. And now Goulet has done multiple exclusives with Franklin Christoph in the past. And this is actually the 2019 model. And I believe that was one of the first models they did. And it's called the Cosmic Dust. And honestly, it does look like the universe, like the galaxy. And there's really, I probably cannot get that captured. There's like a really fine shimmer in there, in the material, and it's all around very lovely. It is a very subtle shimmer, but it works really well with this pen, and it's like my Galaxy pen. I have only one other Franklin Christoph, and it's one of the smaller ones. I think it's a 46 or 46L, and this pen, I spotted it in a friend's collection, and I really liked it. And luckily enough, this person wanted to trade with me, so we traded pens. I still have to send him his pen. I sent it to him and it got returned to me, so that was kind of awkward. But he got the Appella Custom 912 FA that I liked, but wasn't really super in love with anymore. Anyway, the pen, quite large. Let me grab an Eco to compare. Of course, it's not a ginormous pen, and the Eco in itself is quite big, but they're very comparable. It is slightly thicker, and it has lovely details that are really hard to capture. Ooh, there we go, Franklin Christoph. And then on the cap here, there is also engraving. As I said, because this material is quite dark, it's really hard to capture. Then this clip is, let me see, very usable. So you can clip it to shirt. And then here are some lovely ridges. I think that's a really cool detail. It makes it like just a little different than other pens that are shaped like this. Uncapping, you can see that it's a screw cap, and also that the nib is like a little bit seated into the grip. I like that. It's like a little stubby nib coming out. This nib is not the one that came with the pen, I think. I remember before getting it, the person I was getting it from said it was nibless. I was just like, just put a broad nib on there. So that's what's in here. It's not really a special kind of nib. It's a cartridge converter. You might be able to eyedropper this pen, but I would not want to stain the material because it is so lovely. And it's not super see-through, so if you do eyedropper it, you won't be able to see it. So I'm just using a converter. It's a Faber-Castell converter. As you can see, there's not that much ink left in there. At the grip section, there's the threads for the capping. It's a very quick cap, which I like. Posting, I haven't tried that before actually. Posting is possible. It makes it comically large, so I'm not gonna do this, but you can do it. Doesn't make it that top heavy. It is actually quite usable like this, but I'm not a big fan. It is a very light pen. This is all just like resin. There's not a lot of weight to it, so if you don't like light pens, I don't think this pen would be for you. But it is surely a looker, and I think it's like one of my favorite pens in my collection right now because of the way it looks. And of course the broad nib writes really well, but it's not a Franklin Christoph nib. It's just a broad, I think it's a Joe, or I honestly don't know. It's just a generic nib. Anyway, lovely pen body, lovely craftsmanship by Franklin Christoph. and cool collaboration between two companies, I think. Anyway, I'll still do a writing sample, but as you know, not the original nib. But you can see how it looks when you hold it, when you write with it. So I had it uncapped for a long time, so don't blame that. Also, I haven't written with it in, I think in a week, honestly. Because I've been doing so many videos, it got kind of ignored. So this ink is super saturated. You can see the sheet of the video, which is kind of cool. Franklin Christoph, and then Goulet exclusive. And Cosmic Dust Random Broad Nib. Franklin Christoph nibs have an etching on their nibs, I believe. So that's how you know this is not the original nib. This ink is not normally this sheeny, but it has been sitting in the nib for a while, and it is Sailor Manual. I think I have a sample of it. Let me see. It's Yomogi, right? Yeah, Yomogi. And it is a really nice ink. And the pen, so I like this pen because it's light. It's quite big, it's light, and that means for me that I can use it for longer writing sessions. And then the grip is not really slippery, even though it's just resin. And then you can even hold it at the threads if it is a little slippery for you. But they're not sharp, and I don't know, I just love the feel of this pen and the weight of this pen and its balance. It is great. And that is my story about this Franklin Christoph Goulet exclusive. Now, there are still exclusives. This one I believe is harder to get. I think you might be able to get the newer ones still, but you would have to look on the Goulet website for that, or scour secondhand pen websites / shops. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye bye.